Hello, everyone. What's today's date? Happy Wednesday. It's Woman Wednesday today, and today we're going to be joined by a special guest, so I'm just going to wait for her to join. Let's see. Okay. Gonna wait. Oh, hi, Lisa.
Hello.
Hello. Happy
Happy
Wednesday.
Wednesday. How are you?
Good. How are you? Nice to
I am
meet
good.
you.
It's
Good.
Steve here at 1525.
You're still at 1525.
Yeah,
Almost over.
almost over.
Almost over.
Yeah, are you home?
Yes, I'm home. I just got back.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's great.
Yes. Yes. Are you
Hmm.
ready? Good to go?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So, hello, everyone. Happy Women Wednesday. And today, like I said earlier, we have a special guest. So, we have Lisa joining us today. And let me just go ahead and introduce myself. My name is Ibukun. I use she, her pronouns. And Lisa, you can go ahead and introduce yourself now.
Yes, my name is Lisa Faro, and I am from Community Health Department here with Whitman-Walker, and I'm going to be with my college, Ibukun, talking about Trans Awareness Week, and yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So today's topic is we're going to talk about Trans Awareness Week and what it means to you, Lisa, and as well as just to like educate the community. So I just want to point out, like this week, we're celebrating the transgender community and the non-binary community, and this live, I really hope it starts a conversation with like people watching this to learn more about the trans community. And I just hope this isn't like the last place you learn about this. I hope like this is just like the start of the conversation. So during the past few months, the Whitman-Walker Community Health Team has expanded its outreach efforts to the social media platform. So you've seen us talk about various topics. We've talked about HIV, STI, sexual health practices, access to care, social determinants of health, and just general public health interventions for the pandemic we're currently living in. And like I said before, today we're specifically talking about Trans Awareness Week. So the way it's going to work is I'm going to ask Lisa some questions, and she's going to, give us some answers. And I don't have access to comments anymore on Instagram. I don't know, Instagram took it from me,
Oh,
but I
really?
do have access to comments. So if anyone watching would like to leave comments or questions, you can do that as well. But we're just going to go ahead and get started. Ready?
Yeah, so just a friendly reminder to people who are watching us now. Women Walker Health is open again for free HIV and STI testing by appointment only. Please call us 202-797-4439 to make an appointment, and we are going to be here to help with anything you need related with HIV and STI testing. So, what is your first question for me?
Thank you so much for mentioning that because I can't pin it anymore. But yeah, so my first question for you is what is the importance of Trans Awareness Week to you?
Yeah, for me, Trans Awareness Week is a week of love, recognize and advocate for the equal rights and transgender and non-binary community through the education and action. So this is the time to uplift the voices, share the histories and experiences for the trans and non-binary communities.
Hmm.
And on November 20th, which is the Transgender Day of Remembrances, the transgender and non-binary community plus our allies all around the globe, we come together to honor the lives lost and anti-transgender violence.
Yes. So thank you for sharing that and like telling us more about what it means to you. And just from what I heard, you said this week is really a time that's dedicated to, just sharing the stories of the trans community, advocating and uplifting their voices. This is a time where allies and people in the community should come together and really just really, like I said, uplift the transgender community and just really share their stories. And I also like that you pointed out that today's the 17th, so in 3 days, that's the transgender day of remembrance, which is an important day to really take the time and acknowledge the lives that have been lost to anti-transgender violence, which is a challenge that faces the trans community. So I really think it's important that we remember that on the 20th we need to devote some time to really remember those lives that were lost due to the injustices that have been done to the trans community. So thank you, Lisa, for sharing that.
It was so, I'm so grateful to have you here. You are amazing, and I love how you talk. And thank you for again for having me here and just talk a little bit more about trans community. And it's just as you say, it's like an uplift to um, tell people our us what we happen here in the U.S. and also around the world about a trans community and non-binary people.
Yeah.
So thank you again for the invitation.
Yeah, exactly. Think you're welcome, and thank you for coming on here. I'm also glad you pointed out another good point. This is not just for Americans. Like this is a week to remember that trans lives exist in every space, not just in America. So this is like this week. I mean, I feel like we should be uplifting voices every week of the year, but especially this week, this is a time to remember the trans voices nationally and globally. So not just in America, but everywhere else. So this leads us into our next question. I know we talked a little bit more about, the anti-transgender violence. Could you share with me what are some other problems that face the trans community that you would like to share with the platform?
Yeah, there are plenty problems that face the trans community that I would like to bring attention to today. So one is the lack of legal protection we have faced on multiple fronts. We need legislators and policy market that have lived in our life experience. So we need these people here that make the right policies that protect our rights. Next, the trans community highly affected economically and face financial problems due to the stigma. This ties into the next problem. So I want to point out, which is the stigma, harassment, and discrimination. Our community has been disappointingly affected by anti-transgender violence, which is why the end of the week we will remembering all the lies, the laws due to the anti-transgender violence around the world.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks again for, mentioning those problems. I think what I heard from that is one of the problems is like a lack of representation. So, and I think this is really important, especially for allies, is to realize that when you're creating policies or trying to make change to fix a problem, if you're not like living in that experience, there's only so much you can do. So, like, needing trans individuals that are the policymakers. I feel like that would make a big difference because these individuals actually have lived these experiences and they could point out, what needs to be fixed and like how to fix it in a way that actually um, is going to help the community versus like an outsider coming in trying to say this is the main problem. So from what I heard you say, you're saying that you need the trans community needs more representation of the trans community in these spaces. So like policymakers should definitely pay attention to that. And I think that was a really I'm glad that you brought that up as well because as allies, we also need to just remember the space we take up and remember to make space for the people we're trying to help out. And you also mentioned, the trans community faces economic problems and financial problems, and that also leads into stigma, which I think, as an ally, that's a big problem I've also seen as well. And that like I would like to hear more from you. Like, um, how do you think we can change the stigma or the harassment or discrimination? Do you?
Yeah, as a Latina, also I want to tell people here, as we are here to empowering each other. to the trans community. So if you are like um, trying to make your voice up, you can use how you can do it. You can use support from different community center around here in DC area. I mean DMV area, or also you can use ask your friend, your close friend, about how you can, for example, if you have any kind of discrimination around your child, you can use us. How you make a complaint to, to try to may feel better. I mean, to try to put them in the right side. Don't be like being discriminating yourself because you are trans, or they are treating you like different as you want. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. One question I do have, just for the audience, what are some resources available at Whitman-Walker that are specific to the trans community that you could share about? Or
For
yeah.
actually for the trans community, we have a lot of resources. For
Mhm.
example, we have here Department of I don't remember the name from that department. There is my friend and colleague Alexa Rodriguez,
Mhm.
and she works by surgeries. We have Department of Legal Services for chain names. We also have, HIV and STI testing, PM, PAP, PP, PrEP, and some more resources. Also, we have here mental health department that we can transfer you, or you can transfer somewhere else if they can, in the case they need to come or be seeing someone to help them out. So those are some resources. And also, if you have any other question, you can just call us back at 202-797-4539. We are in the PEP line, but also we are answering question for people who are calling us or want to know anything about related with Whitman-Walker resources. So if anyone there is have any question, we are here behind the phone number,
Yeah.
like Ibukun and Lissa. If it's in Spanish, can be with me, or it's just in English, can be with her. So
Yeah.
anything you want, you can just give us a phone call. We can help you over the phone.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, you listed all the great resources. So we have the gender affirming resources, legal services, mental health services, sexual health, community health. I mean, we have a plethora of resources and we literally want to help. So,
Exactly. Hmm.
what did you say?
Exactly.
Oh yeah, exactly. Sorry. So like Lisa said, like we are willing to help, and all you have to do is just call us, and we're ready to answer the phone. So this leads us perfectly to the next question: what can people do to participate in Trans Awareness Week? What can we do to like? What are tangible things we can actually do to support this week?
Yeah, as I told you, there are many ways our community can be supported. So one way is through the audit ships. And if you see a trans individual being the mistreated, speak and intervene. Another way to be an ally is by uplifting the voices of the trans community. You can do this in different ways in the social media age that we are in now, like we are doing this live video now. You can also reposting, share and follow the pages, the trans lead education pages. Also sharing their words, we help to educate wider scope and individuals. So I will put some of my favorite pages in the comment section, and you can use also check out the infographic posted yesterday to see those pages. So finally, I want to urge you to learn some term that used to in trans community early to ensure you can communicate with the community in the respectful manner and language.
Yes. So thank you for sharing those, because I think those are tangible ways people can actually support the community. So like you said, we should, like right now, everyone is on their phone, everyone is on social media. So if you see a post that is educational and is accurate and is not disrespectful and like, it's like perfect language and it's doing what it needs to do, repost it, because you never know who in your little like social web is going to learn something new, right? And
Exactly.
never
Mhm.
know, like, just doing something like that, if you have like trans friends or someone who you don't even know is trans, they would feel supported that you've put that on their page, right? So I think that's a good way as an ally to uplift and support those voices. And I know you had mentioned that you would put your like Instagram pages. That's why I want to like just plug what we just posted. I think 2 days ago.
Mhm.
The infographic has a bunch of awesome trans-led education pages, and I think that's really important. Is like I said, as allies, we can do so much like talking, but at the end of the day, it's all about uplifting the voices that are actually living this experience. So every single page that is on that infographic, they're all trans individuals. So I think it's really important that we support them, and not just support them this week, but support them like forever, right? And really normalize this and just stop the stigma. Um, and finally, I really like that you said we should learn terms. And I think that's another thing is with language, like language is such a powerful tool,
Excellent.
and it can also be such a hurtful tool, right? So um, knowing how to knowing how to communicate in a way that isn't going to offend anyone, but is like uplifting and just, I don't know. I think I just really understand the power of language, and I think it's important that as allies and as individuals in the community, we just are using respectful language throughout.
Yeah,
Um,
and also reminding to people who are, trying to have a conversation with a trans person or someone you don't know, you can use be respectfully. You can use ask them their pronouns to
yeah,
be, to be in the right side.
yeah,
So yeah, just that is important because many people have different pronouns and you don't know until you ask them. So ask them if you don't know, or just read a little bit about it, and
hmm,
then yeah,
yeah. That's a great point. Don't assume anything. Even like I feel like that should just be normal for everyone. Don't ever assume. Just ask if you're not. Actually, I don't even want to say if you're not sure. I just feel like you should ask regardless.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Lisa, I can't see if there's any questions. Are there any questions in the comments?
No, I just wanted to share one more time. Remember, Whitman-Walker Health is open again for free and HIV STI testing. It's by appointment only, and you can use call us at 202-797-4439 to make an appointment. Again, 202-797-4439, and we are here to help you with anything you need. So thank you again for having me tonight here,
Thank you.
and I hope to see you soon.
Yes, I'll see you soon. Before we go, I just want to make a few announcements about COVID-19 and the vaccine. So, if you've already gotten vaccinated, we want to say congrats, and really, you've taken a really good step to preventing yourself and your loved ones from the COVID-19 virus. So, we still urge you, even though you've been vaccinated, whether you got the booster or the third dose, whatever it is, still continue to stay alert and vigilant. So wear your mask, social distance, everything like that. If you haven't been vaccinated and you are looking for an appointment, we do offer the COVID-19 vaccine and the booster at Whitman-Walker. So you can call us at 202-207-2480 to make an appointment.
And for
Um,
this vaccine, you can find information on COVID-19 vaccine walk-ups, location, and eligibility at vaccines.dc.gov or by calling 1-855-363 or 333. Track the spread the COVID vaccination line by visit coronavirus.dc.gov and don't wait. Also, for Maryland residents, learn more about the Maryland vaccine distribution process and schedule vaccination appointment at covidlink.maryland.gov or by calling 855-634-6829. If you live in the Prince George County, visit their vaccination registration portal here. And if you live in the Montgomery County, visit their vaccination registration portal here as well in the comments. So, or call 240-777 or 311 to get an appointment. And for Virginia residents to learn more about Virginia vaccine distribution process and schedule a vaccination appointment at vaccinate.virginia.gov or by calling 867-829-4682.
Yes. And if you haven't been vaccinated and you're not looking for an appointment, we still are urging you and highly recommending you to follow the CDC guidelines. So continue to wear your mask, quarantine, social distance, and everything else. It's really important that you discuss any COVID precautionary measures with the people living around you, because you really never know who has been vaccinated or not. And finally, we just want to say follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube at Whitman-Walker.
TikTok too?
Yes, TikTok too.
Where is the page?
What'd you say?
What is the page? What is the name
It's
of the
just
page?
it's at Whitman-Walker.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Yeah. So like every TikTok that we post on the Instagram is first posted on TikTok.
Wow. Okay, that's great.
Yes.
So thank you for letting me know.
Okay,
So
no problem.
people, thank you for being with us tonight, and I hope to see you next Wednesday.
Yes. All right, everyone. Have a good evening. Bye,
Bye
Lisa.
bye. Bye.